Today we'll be looking at one of the extremely versatile and also showy and beautiful tree of endemic to Western Ghats, and this one is called Vateria indica, and Sanskrit name is Sarjaka, and in Kannada it's called Holedaasvala, and then few other names are also there. And this Vateria indica, it is a forest of the, it's a tree of the this Western Ghats slopes, particularly the slope that faces the main brunt of the monsoon. And it has been it's called as an emergent tree. That is, it can poke out of the undergrowth and come out at great heights and finally spread itself. And also it can be a canopied item. If there is not much competition, it doesn't grow that tall. Then it has a straight bole. So that bole was its undoing, straight bole, because it makes it commercially very interesting for to transport and all. And then this wood was extensively harvested by British people for railway sleepers and all. Thousands and thousands of trees were transported to Bombay and all kind of places. And then until the end of the 60s it continued. So much of used to go to Bombay, it seems, from this Western Ghats. Then eventually it stopped because there are no more trees to cut in the forest. And all these trees, they can't be grown as plantation and all because they take enormous amount of time to grow. Then so the wood is good for some light furniture and all. Then another thing, it is that bark, when it is when you make a cut in the bark, it exudates very fragrant smelling incense stuff like frankincense and all that kind of thing. And it can be used to fumigate places and all, aromatic and all. Then from the seed, the flowers are aromatic and pollinated by bees. These flowers what you see. And they have a nice creamy color and very nice pleasant aroma. Then so it's good for bees and all, honey and all that. Then also that seed is useful for they make some kind of the dried kernel, they make some kind of this thing, it seems, some kind of ghee type of oil is taken out. It's called Vateria tallow. So that's used to adulterate ghee, and it has uses in cosmetics and all. That Vateria tallow, and then also they take out some oil also, it seems, from it. So quite a bit of properties are there, I mean uses are there, all the parts. Seeds are useful, gum is useful, wood is useful, flowers are good for this bees and all, like that, multi versatile tree. Then it also grows up to about 40 to 60 meters, that means some mind-boggling heights in the wild. And then such forested in forest locations on the slopes of Western Ghats and all, it's almost gone. Hardly some small remnant patches are there, it seems, near Sringeri and all. Otherwise, it's for all practical purposes, it has vanished from the its natural habitat of the forests, in dense forests. However, small populations are still there along this. My God, it's almost knee deep. Water is there along these rivery, well-drained streams. So well-drained streams. That means, and then like this one, what I am showing now is a well-drained stream bed in the moist evergreen rainforest zone. And on this stream bed, this is the ideal kind of location for these trees. And in such a situation, you can see it taking its full natural formation. This is some unusual looking, some type of a cypress, I think. Anyway, that's, I have to look at it separately. So, well-drained stream beds. Then also in myristica swamps. These myristica swamps are a unique feature of this Western Ghats and very ancient. However, they've all been drained, but few are still there. There's some special thing you can look up about this myristica swamps if you are interested. Then let's have a look at the height of this tree. You see the girth. It is about 1, 2. This is about 6 or 7 feet fat. And then the straight bole is there. I'll try to slowly take it up. This tree must be about some 60, 80 feet and all, or more. Because the location is very good, there is no disturbance. It's at a little height above the stream, some 2 feet above the 2-3 feet. And then a perennial water supply is there in this stream. Then this is a paddy field. So in this kind of location, also they survive as individual trees. And another thing that has saved this species really is it's got used as avenue trees in this Malnad region. I think somewhere around 1850s or even earlier they might have started planting it during the time of kings and all, before this British came. So you can find some very large trees around this that Sagar, Shimoga, Tirthalli, all these places. There are some very large trees on the roadside. And one more thing that is nice, that has saved this tree from extinction, is that those kernels, that fruit, it profusely fruits. And then those fruit, that seed germinates very easily. Usually when you're when you pass underneath these trees, you will find huge number of the fallen seeds and all of them sprout off. So if you get a few seeds, it's easy to propagate. However, they're so long-lived and so big and all that they're not really garden plants as such, but they'll be very good avenue plants. Nowadays we find all kind of riffraff trees from from foreign countries, and all alien species are getting planted on our avenues. Better we promote our own trees like this. It has so much of uses ecological importance, rare, endemic and all. And also it is spreading. Instead of that rain tree and all, these are much better. Aesthetically, infinitely more pleasing. And uses also. Finally, when the tree is very old, it can also be harvested as a timber item. So, and then that that Vateria that tallow and that all that is there for which can be harvested and used. So, and then in parks and public type of places, it's all right to grow. Now, without falling, I have to get out. So I think I covered most of whatever I could gather about this tree. I myself had planted it in one of my old farm, which unfortunately we had to sell in on the river side. And then after 25 years, it had got a girth of about couple of feet. So in private properties and all, if you plant, you don't know what future owners will do, whether they'll value it or not. And then it also is very large and occupies huge amount of space. So it has some minus points. Whereas in public spaces, in avenues and these government forests and all, they can very well give preference for these kind of native species. Forest department and all can do much more. Whereas private individuals like us really can't do much more than this as far as the saving is concerned. So that's a little bit about Vateria indica. Now I'll try to get a even bigger close up. No, that's about it. Okay. So if you are driving through around this Western Ghats area, around Tirthalli and all, if you encounter a huge tree with simple and very nice leaves also. I'll show some leaves. And then the fresh leaves, when they come out, they're pink and very nice. So leaves also are attractive. They are somewhat like jackfruit type of texture and all. And fresh leaves, when they emerge in the early spring, it has that reddish color also. So that's a bit about this Vateria indica.